Hi, it's Lynn with Soft Squares. We are going to recreate this blanket. It is a baby blanket. It's all folded up in fourths and it is really cute. Super simple. It takes one charm pack and it is just randomly put together, and then you're going to put a 2-inch border followed by a 4-inch border, or whatever increments you want to do on those. Then you're going to put backing on and bind it. One thing that I did with this blanket is I took the same fabric that was on the back and I put it in the border, and it matched really well with the fabrics that were in the charm pack, but they're not the same line at all. They just had the colors that coordinated, and I really liked it. And then I quilted this on my domestic machine, not my sit-down quilter. This was actually done on my sewing machine, and so you can see more of the pattern on the back side. The center part where the blocks are, I went right in the very center, and I just did, I'll have to show you how that works specifically, but it's just really simple. Everything comes to the very center of the block, but you're doing it in rows. And you can see that the center of the quilt had a little more to it, and then I just quilt stitched in the ditch to go around that. But then I carried along the large blocks feel of it into the border. It's kind of cool when you look at it really close. You can see how it's transitioned from small blocks to bigger blocks. And it's just a straight stitch, just different things you can do with your straight stitch quilting. Alright, so let me show you what I have in mind for one of these. So I have this right here. It is a small charm pack. So each one of these has 20. And this is it's by Wilmington Batiks. Oh, there's 24 per pack. I like that. So that means there's 48 with the 2 packs. But it's called White Noise by 5 Carat. They're mini jewels. And this is batik. And look how pretty. It's just a soft, it's very, very, very soft batik. And so I've got 2 sets of this. We're going to look at that a little closer. But what I have in mind is using this as my border. And this is actually some leftover batik, and I have some bigger pieces of it too. But this is my thought on here, is to have, let's see. Seriously, I just randomly open the packs and just start sewing. So kind of what I'm thinking here is this will be my border. This will be a trim piece. Let's see here. How's that? Kind of better, kind of not. And it's going to be really soft. And it's just going to be just soft, super soft. And so however it comes out, really soft. And then I'll have this on the border, and I might have enough for the back. I believe I have enough for the back. If not, not a big deal. That will work into something else. But what I want to use for my accent color is this. So actually the way that this will go is that with, let's see. Let's lay it out a little better. Whoa. Alright, so we have that as our quilt. This is our 2-inch border. And then we'll have a 4-inch border, or whatever width this is, because this will work 3.5-ish. We'll just use that. And then the binding. But I do think that these colors will be really pretty. There's a lot of colors in this pack. And actually, let's just keep opening it up. This does have some blue in it, which is why I picked this color, and you can see that. But okay, at first I was like, I'm not liking it, there's not enough blue. There is enough blue. I'm right now hitting the blues. Batiks are the same, front and back. There is no right or wrong. It's basically find which side you like best, because there are there are differences in how the pattern came out, where it might look a little better to you from one side than the other, but there really is no right or wrong with the batik. They are great. Alright, I think we've done it. Good little mixture there. And then sew those guys together. I'm not even going to worry about its layout, even if I end up with two very similar next to each other. It's totally fine. In fact, that is how this came together. So these two, here's an example, are both blue, but yeah, they're different. 3 blue in a row, still different. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be just fine. Like here, 3 blue. It's going to still be different, even if they're similar colors. And then I'm going to put a 2-inch border on it. And then I'm going to go through this fabric here. I have all of this. And I know this is as much fabric as what I have on the back of this one. Just by laying it out, I could see that it's actually a little longer than that. And just a little FYI, so you know, this solid piece happens to be 50 inches, 51 inches. So what's that, a yard and a half? But then I have all of these pieces, and my goal is to use these as my border. I have a lot of them, and I'm not sure what width they're going to be. It'll probably be the thinnest width, which it might actually be really close to 4, or just shy of 4 3/4. I can make that work. Easy. So the biggest thing with this is it has a direction, and there's no right or wrong, but you do want to keep your pattern of the binding or the border going the same way. So meaning when I piece these together, I will not be piecing it together this way. I will be piecing it and of course it's not working for me, through on the back side. This is where I have to get my directions all right. So take that, and it would probably be, yeah, on this side of it. Sometimes my brain just isn't there. So that's the one trick I would suggest, is, like I said, with the pattern or the direction. There we go. Super easy charm pack blanket. And here's another one. We did 2. They're both actually batiks with borders. Super easy. My grandkids helped lay them out. They're just random. It's awesome. Alright, this is the one that Maeva was helping me with. It is really soft and pretty. So she just randomly handed me the pieces. I got put together that way. That's why this project is super easy. And then the large border is also batik, and then the light blue border is not. But the back will be the same as that large border. Well, who knows? I have enough to do the light blue on the back. I'm kind of liking that idea. It wasn't what I was originally thinking, but we'll see how I end up finishing it. I'm in a sunny room, so you can see the glare of the sun. Okay, this blanket is done. This is the blanket that Nathan wants. He helped me pick out and arrange the placement of the blocks in the center, which are batik, and then I lined it with 3 borders, and that whole blanket is batik except for that little brown border, but I think it looks good. And since he really wants to keep this, I decided to make it a little bigger. It's still going to be just a throw size. Next to do is to quilt it and bind it. I'm going to put the same brown on the binding as you see in that middle border. And that's it. Alright, this is a blanket that has actually been completed. It's the exact same size as that light one I had just shown you. It has the just randomly placed squares in the middle, a 2-inch border and a 4-inch border. And I'll put the dimensions for these. And this one I quilted on my machine, and I did that on the back. So the larger outer border is the same as what's on the back, and then the aqua color is the trim and that middle binding.